And we are live on Got Mead Live. We are back. Sorry for the long break, guys. Up and a while, a bit of my Google food to find all the right things. I went through 3 or 4 different things that didn't work right. So we're still messing with it a little bit. If the volumes or sound levels aren't as good as we'd like them to be, we do apologize. We're still tweaking, and we'll continue to fine tune as we go forward. So please pardon our dust. And we are definitely going to be recording, and in fact, I just remembered to hit the dang record button for the. Okay, now we're recording, and yeah, new software, too many buttons. Sorry, that's my fault. AJ and I are going to be hosting going forward, and we're actually thinking about doing some auditions. AJ and I have to talk about this more because I know she's over there going, "What? First I've heard of it." To maybe bring in a third person. What was that?
No.
You just kind of went sideways and cutting out. I'm not sure what happened there.
I was saying I read the show notes. We're good.
Okay. Cool. But at any rate, though, if you're keen to be on the radio, drop me a line at gotmead@gotmead.com, and AJ and I can talk with you and explore possibilities. So, something to think about. Moving on into the show, this week's show is going to be kind of tight. We're going to probably not go as long as we used to, partly because I'm still tweaking and adding bits and doing a little fine-tuning and redesigning of the show structure. And AJ and I still have to sit down and work out the rest of that. We haven't had as much time as we wanted to do that. But we do have some shout-outs and our new welcome. AJ, I hand it over to you.
Our friend Chris from Miss last week, so we just wishing you all the best and my computer is being stupid and not letting me see the. I hate computers, Vicky. I can't get the. I made the mistake of scrolling. It's all my fault.
Oh no! Yeah, I don't know. You're cutting in and out a little too. I don't know if that's our connection or what.
The show notes are being stupid, so please hold.
Want me to pick up?
Please.
Okay. All right. So the show is going to be where you can meet pretty much all kinds of people that impact mead, not just meadery owners or mead makers, but honey providers and beekeepers and people at universities that are teaching fermentation classes. And we're really kind of hoping to get Charlie Papazian and working on that. So that's one of the other things. So people who maybe even aren't in the industry proper but have had an influence on it. So I've got a lot of ideas and a running list. If you can think of somebody that I haven't already, I would love to hear about it. You can email me at gotmeadlive@gotmead.com about that. But we're hoping that it'll always be a party here at Got Mead Live. And there's me, Vicky, owner of Got Mead, and AJ Erments, the longtime winemaker, beer brewer extraordinaire, mead maker, and keeper of toothless rabbits.
Just one of them.
Yes, but he may grow on you, and you may end up getting another toothless rabbit because they're just that cool.
Well, actually, they are, because they can't chew on your stuff.
There's that. I hadn't thought of that.
I mean, yeah, you have to cut up their food for them, but it's actually more of a bonus than anything.
So tonight's guests are going to be, we've actually got double trouble or double pleasure, depending on how you look at it tonight. We have Blair Housley, who's owner of Etowah Meadery. Hope I said that right, Blair. In North Georgia. They're not open yet, but they will be hopefully soon. And he's doing some really interesting stuff with melomels that I think you guys will want to hear about. I know I pricked my ears up when he gave me his backstory stuff, and I was just like, you're doing what? With which? So I think there's going to be some interesting stuff there. And we're bringing back Frank Golbeck, and got to scroll down because I can't remember the name of his of his okay, and Chris Herr, thank you, and sorry, Chris. Frank Golbeck and Chris Herr from Gold Coast Meadery who are going to come on and not talk about the meadery this time. They're going to talk about the secrets of sour mead, how they make it, where they got the ideas, what's working and not working, and they're going to entertain your questions. We do have still live call-ins, and please bear with us when we're doing that, because we're still working out details on all of that too. The new call-in number is 803-443-MEAD. A little bit of fumbling and clicking about while you in, because I haven't got all the recorded cutaways yet, so we can do that as smoothly as I'd like, but we'll get there. So, but there's the number, and we'll let you know when we start taking calls, and then we can bring you in and you can ask your questions. So we hope to hear from some of you guys tonight, and get some good stuff going there and make these guys work for it. So what are we drinking? I actually went. I know I said I wasn't going to drink mead, AJ, but I ran into the kitchen and I opened up the beer fridge and I was like, what do I have that's open? And there was a bottle that said Redstone Meadery Sunshine Nectar, but it's cherry mead, so I'm pretty sure it's not Sunshine Nectar. And I think it's one of my last remaining bottles of my cherry melomel that I made like 15 years ago, and it's amazing. I'm like, it's a half a bottle. It should be all oxidized and crappy, and it's really good. So I'm stunned, and now I've got to see if I took good notes so I could do it again.
This is why you always want to take good notes, so that if something turns out absolutely stellar, you know what the heck it was you did, so you can do it again.
Right?
Tonight, what I'm drinking is the rest of the bottle of my friend Dave P's modified JAO, which he made with a beer yeast, which I have written down somewhere else, and I can't remember which one.
I actually stumbled across my side note here. We were cleaning out crap in the kitchen, just like excess stuff that needed to go, and we uncovered stores, and the call-in number is, again, not in this part of the thing. Uh, Call-in number is 803-443-6323. Save that. You may need it. Ask Oscar. We're kind of on hiatus with him at the moment. He's in the midst of doing the Mazer Cup, so he's a very busy dude right now, and you can't even get him on text, much less get him on the show. So I did ask, and he kind of laughed at me. So not surprisingly. And but we will have him back in future shows. I've already talked to him, and he said he'd love to come back. I'm hoping to get him involved in a panel conversation with several high-end mead makers so that we can get some really good fermentation conversation going on. Blair from Etowah Meadery. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little plug for them. In fact, AJ, if you want to do the plug for them, I'll go ahead and plug his phone number in and get him on the phone. And that will say that's one less thing that I have to do. Yeah. We'll get this recorded next week, I promise. But, yeah.
For this week, we're just winging it.
Yeah. And I don't know. We'll do okay.
All right. So, just let me know when you want me to start.
Yeah, okay, hang on. I got to figure out how to add a phone call here. Oh, there we go. Add participants. There we go. Show the dial pad. All right, go for it.
From it, like the local ancient name Etowah, our honey wine is truly a gift from the ancient ones. We have supported local bee and fruit farmers since day one. We strive to work with as many local farms as possible, shop local, support local. Etowah Meadery is located right in the wine tasting capital of Georgia, Dahlonega. Check them out at Facebook. Dahlonega? Okay, I got that right. Sorry, guys. Check them out at facebook.com/Etowah Meadery. And that's spelled Etowah, Meadery.
Yeah. There.
Right.
I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah, I think I got my stuff sorted. I'm just pulling up the. I'm sure people are out there just laughing their asses off at us right now, but hey, deal with it.
Yeah.
We're juggling as fast as we can. Okay, so we're calling Blair now, and we're going to get him into the call. The DJ and me is
mead at the same entry. So that sort of piqued my interest. Like, well, I can do both.
Yeah. Well, and then I see that you say that you started making more meads and less beers because this is a very addictive hobby. And